So, you're looking for the perfect dog trainer for you and your furry friend, right here in beautiful Ventura. Let's get you pointed in the right direction. You know that picture in your head? Maybe it's a peaceful walk down by the pier, or just chilling with your pup at a cafe without any drama. Well, the right kind of training makes that totally possible. It turns every trip out of the house into a good time.
We're going to walk through 5 simple sections to get you there. Thinking about our local Ventura lifestyle, figuring out exactly what your dog needs, how to spot the right trainer, what to expect with costs, and then where to put it all into practice around town.
Okay, first things first. Let's talk about why training specifically for life here in Ventura makes such a big difference.
Think about it. We've got the busy downtown sidewalks on Main Street, cyclists whizzing by on the promenade, and all the action at the beach and the harbor. Your dog needs to be cool with all of that. A trainer who really knows Ventura can help prepare you for those exact situations.
All right, now let's narrow it down and figure out what kind of training is going to be the best fit for you and your dog.
So, what are you trying to accomplish? Are you just looking for some basic manners, for a great family pet? Or are you dealing with something more specific, like fear or anxiety? Maybe you've got a brand new puppy and you want to get started on the right foot. Pinpointing your main goal is the absolute best place to start.
And then you've got to think about the how. Group classes are awesome for getting your dog used to being around others. Private lessons give you that one-on-one focus. In-home training is perfect for tackling issues right where they happen, like barking at the doorbell. And of course, there's board and train for a really intensive deep dive. It all comes down to your dog's personality, your schedule, and what you're comfortable spending.
Okay, so you know what you need. Now, how do you find a real professional who can help you get there?
You're going to hear this term a lot, positive reinforcement. All it really means is that training is focused on rewarding the good stuff, the behaviors you want to see more of. It helps you build this amazing, trusting bond with your dog, and it works without having to use fear or force.
The thing is, pretty much anyone can print out business cards and call themselves a dog trainer. So how do you tell who's actually qualified? Well, checking for credentials is a pretty solid way to start.
Now, California doesn't have a state license for dog trainers, but seeing these letters after a name is a very good sign. A CPD-TKA, for instance, has passed a big exam on training knowledge. Others, like those from IAABC or CBCC, show they have expertise in more complex behavior issues. It just shows they've put in the work and are committed to high standards.
Okay, let's get into the practical stuff, what this is going to cost and what you need to ask before signing up.
So let's talk about the investment. As you can see here, the prices can really vary, from a couple $100 for a set of group classes all the way up to several thousand for something like a board and train. Having these general numbers can help you match your budget to what you're hoping to achieve.
When you're talking to a trainer, you'll want to have these questions ready. Ask them about their methods, their background, and how they'll tailor a plan specifically for your dog. Getting clear answers on this stuff will really help you feel confident that you're making the right choice.
All right, so you've hired a trainer and you're learning new things. But the training sessions are really just the beginning. The real progress happens when you get out there and practice.
And here's a really key local rule to keep in mind. Dogs have to be on a leash everywhere in public in Ventura, unless you're in a marked off-leash park. So just make sure you've always got that standard 6-foot leash with you when you head out.
The cool thing is, our town is basically a giant training classroom. You can work on ignoring distractions like seagulls down at the state beach, practice your leash skills with joggers on the river trail, or head to a dog park like Arroyo Verde to safely work on coming when called.
When you boil it all down, this is really what it's all about. It's that mix of finding the right person to guide you, using kind methods, and then just putting in the time to practice consistently. That's the recipe for a happy, confident dog.
Because really, a well-behaved dog is just so much more fun to have around, whether you're at home, out in the neighborhood, or exploring everything Ventura has to offer. We wish you the very best of luck in your search, and we hope you and your dog have a ton of great adventures together.